everyone, my name is Cat Griffin and this is Stitching with the Griffin Crochet Fun number 5, I think it is. I don't know, this is a last minute decision to do. I had promised you that when the Pokemon that I'd been working on were done, I would do a video to show them. I don't know where I put my book, but so that's what I'm doing right now. This will be the very last video of the year. I have way too many things going on with work and with family, and so I will be taking a hiatus after this, but I did promise you that I would do that, and I would also talk about some plans that I have for the new year. Nothing as, I don't know, nothing as big, I guess, is what I'm doing for my cross stitching, but if you watch the live stream, you'll see what I'm talking about for that one. But let's get on with what you're here for. Oh, I keep forgetting this part. I apologize. If you're new here, welcome. Like I said, my name is Cat Griffin. My channel is predominantly about my fiber arts, cross stitching, crochet, needle embroidery, hand sewing, things like that. This particular playlist is all about my crochet. I do talk about books and movies and things like that at the end. Sometimes I tack on other stuff like diamond art. Today it's all about crochet. The reason why I'm a little bit rushed is because I'm going to have to go to work here soon. So I'm trying to get this out so I don't forget, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I don't know how long it's going to be, but yeah. So first off is Vaporia. Now I am an amateur, and I'm still learning how to do faces with felt. So this was an adventure. They're not perfect. The sewing of the different pieces. This is Vaporeon. Isn't she cute? Vaporeon does not have a mouth in the project, so I did not give her a mouth. She looks kind of mad, but that's how her, you know, she's supposed to have, like, Eevee is like a little cat or something, and this is her watery ball. So she is Vaporeon. She's got her little tail, she's got little feet, she's got her fins. These are yellow, this is white, as you can probably tell, but these are yellow, like a light yellow, and then a darker blue that matches her head. This is a lighter blue. In the book she was teal, but when you look at the pictures of her, she's not teal, she is blue. Her tail is posable. There is a wire in here. It was supposed to be just to help the tail sit down here, but apparently Erin put it down a little bit too far, attached it a little bit too far down, but that's okay, because it still helps her to sit properly, and she still has the bend and everything. And of course, now she can move her tail. They can adjust her tail, you know, any way she wants. Erin did help me to sew on the body parts. She is very good about that. She did a great job. I'm still learning about the face. You can see here that this eye, I did not realize that this eye was deeper down here than this eye until after I put them on. But I still think it looks pretty good. So this is Vaporeon, and that is going to one of my coworkers. And then this is Gengar. Gengar turned out much better. He actually looks a lot like his picture. The eyes were not quite so bad. I purposely did this one just a little bit different than the other. The glue is still drying on him, so he looks like he's got a little bit of wet glue still. But and his eyepieces don't want to be where I put them, but they navigated, they moved a little bit, but he is still. And then I glued the white felt on, and then stitched his teeth, the separation between his teeth, because that's what it said to do. And he's got all these little spikes. And Erin did this too. She actually, I miscounted and missed 2 of the spikes, or 3 of the spikes, I forget. So she redid them, and then she said that one of the spikes was supposed to be off to the side here on his tail. So what she did was she just moved it up to his she moved it up to his head. But so this is him. This is Gengar, and he's also going to one of my coworkers, and he does stand on his own. Both of these guys do stand on their own, which is great. Bulbasaur stands on his own. Jigglypuff, kind of, sort of, not. It was a little harder with that one. And then Snorlax kind of, sort of does. His feet, I couldn't get them to where they would actually sit flat, even with felt pads. If I ever make another one, I'm going to put some river rock or something in the bottom to help flatten out or weight down the feet so that he actually stands on his feet. But those 2 are that. I am planning in the new year to make another Jigglypuff. This one will be the size that they're supposed to be in the book. The book calls for a 2.25 millimeter hook, and I think I used a 2.75 millimeter hook and a 3.25 millimeter hook to make them all larger. Charmander also stands on his own. I forgot that I had done him. And he was made with, I believe, a 3.25 hook. But he was one of the first ones I did, so I can't really remember which hook I did. But I do know that I remember doing a 3.25. Oh wait, no, the 3.25 was Jigglypuff. The 2.75s were for the others. I wanted them slightly bigger, but we're going to try, Erin and I are going to try the called for size in the book to see how difficult it would be to sew the parts together. And if it's not that hard to do, then I'll be making more of the smaller ones and putting them in my shop, and also putting them in a local shop just to see if they'll sell. Just as a side gig for both of us, she is in college and she's living with her boyfriend now, her fiance, with her fiance. And so any extra income that we can generate is great, because she works and she goes to school. Like I said, she's in school to be an accountant. So in addition to that, you saw the baby blanket / lapgan, whatever it's going to be, the small blanket, granny square blanket that I'm making. I will be finishing that and making a matching bag to put the blanket in. I was thinking about doing a matching pillow. If I do the pillow, I'll need to do an insert, so I'm going to look for an insert first, and then it'll either be a pillow or a bag, depending on how soon that I can find a pillow, because I do not want to run the risk of not having enough yarn for the pillow. But another one that I'll be doing is my Ruana. So here is where it's at right now. And I'm using the Karen Cloud Cakes Perfect Phasing. And the color is, if I can find it, Fur. It's Fur. And it calls for, the pattern is actually on the label, you know, inside, but here's the picture of it. So you start one skein, one ball, you start in the middle and work your way out, and then the second ball you start from the outside and work in to finish it out. So that's what I'm doing. I'm on the second ball, and once it's done, it's, you know, once the ball is done, this is done. And this is actually, yeah, pretty long already. I mean, it's a pretty good size. Let me see if I can back up my chair. So it's almost to my waist, and I've got it all the way to my neck, all the way to the end. So it's almost to my waist, and covers my bosoms, and hangs down the back. Almost in a V shape. I didn't even see that. Didn't notice that. But I don't know if it's supposed to be a V shape or what, but yeah. So I'm looking forward. Oh, my hair. Sorry, people. This weather has made it freak out. So it's basically granny stitches in the round. You stay on the same side, and then just, you know, basically clusters of 3 and go around. And I'm over here. So I'm looking forward to getting that done this year, or in 2026. So this will be one of my projects. I am using the call for a hook, which is a 4.0 millimeter or a G hook. I think in some cases a G hook is also a 4.5, depending on the brand. So that's what I'm using, and I'm going to put that over here because it's going to be one of the first things that I pick up in the new year. The other one, I don't have the panel. I think I talked about this in my live stream. I know I just discussed it with one of my customers at work, but I am doing this blanket here, but I'm using the Boundless, and this is Karen Cakes, Karen Macchiato Cakes, and this is colorway Boundless. I have one panel done. It takes 5 panels to complete the blanket, and it's in this chevron looking here. This particular colorway is like a blue-gray, so it looks like that. It does not look like the Boundless, but it's gonna look fantastic when I'm done with it. I showed you the dragon eye pillow in the live stream. I'll be working on that with Erin's help. My boss's blanket. Now, someone thought that the baby blanket slash lap gown was what I was making for my coworker, my boss, but it's actually not. Pardon me while I get up. Put myself in your face. Yes, this blanket is huge. Do this. Okay. This is for nap blanket. I hope you guys can hear me. I am further away than I've ever been, but I need to. This is how big the blanket is so far, as far as height-wise. It is about 6 feet wide, so I'm not going to unroll it. I am using, you can't see it because it's white, but it's a U-hook, and I forget what the actual size is, but this is a U-hook. Very, very large. Back. Yeah. It's going to be, pardon me, sorry about that, 6 foot wide, about 74 stitches wide, which is about 6 foot, maybe a little over 6 foot wide, and it is going to be at least 6 foot tall because he is 6'2", and I'll probably make it 6'2" or 6'3" so he can tuck his feet in. Maybe 6'5". I don't know yet. We're just guesstimating. What you saw there is the Bernat Big Blanket, which is this one, and it's in the rich burgundy. Now, we ran out of rich burgundy at work. This is the last skein I had, which I'm going to work into that. We didn't get any more at work. We still haven't gotten any more at work. And so I discussed it with my boss, and we're also going to add the Bernat Big Mystical to it. It is still the same size. They're still size 7 bulky, or extra bulky, chunky? Jumbo, bulky, whatever. But it's a size 7, so they're both size 7s. This is maybe not quite. No, I think they're the same thickness too. I mean, they're both 7s. But he likes this red as well. So, I mean, it is a variegated red, and you can't see it very well. It's got nothing really light in here, and it does have some specks of white in there, or really pale red, not pink. It's like a, I don't know how to say it, it's just almost a white, but so he wants me to add that to it, and I've got like 8 skeins to put in there, and then we'll see if we've got any more of the rich burgundy come in. If not, I'll put that back over here. If not, then I'll just add more mystical to it, and I'll just sandwich the rich burgundy in between it. So I'll just flip it over to the end and start crocheting up that way, and try to sandwich that rich burgundy in between it, because we are still getting the mystical in of that color. It might be a little while before we get the rich burgundy. I don't know. Our system doesn't allow us to order anymore. It orders itself. So there's that. I do have other crochet projects that I want to do. There's some winter gnomes that I want to crochet that are so cute. And when I bind their pattern, I will pull it up and show you guys, but not until the beginning of the year, because the only thing I'm going to be working on after this video and after work today is going to be that blanket. It needs to be done. My boss already knows it's going to be late. He doesn't mind. He is willing to wait, which makes me very, very happy, that he understands that it takes time and effort to make things like this, and he is very, very willing to wait for something that he wants in the colors that he wants, and to let me follow my creative route with making something that I want him to like, that I know he's going to like, but that I want him to be able to use, and not settle for doing something half-ass. I don't like to do blankets half-ass. I don't like to do anything half-ass if I can help it. So that's it for that. I will be practicing making more felt bases. Not necessarily the Kwai eyes. I'm not real crazy about those. With all the glitter and everything, because I don't do glitter, but I will be trying to do more, because I have patterns for like cows and turtles and things like that, and if I could use felt instead of safety eyes. I'm sorry if you hear that, that's our trash man, our trash pickup. But if I can use the felt instead of safety eyes, then the babies that I make will have a wider audience to go to, because right now I do safety eyes, and so little ones, toddlers, cannot play with these things. They will try to eat the eyes, and that's not a good thing. that's another reason why I want to try these. And the Pokemon I have found, are one of the better ways to do it, because none of them use safety eyes. You have to use felt bases for them. So that'll be good practice and good experience for that. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. I had a wonderful Yule, and I'm still enjoying the days leading up, because Yule is actually a 12-day celebration. It starts on the 21st, which is the winter solstice, and then it goes until the first of the year, the first of the calendar year. And so I'm still enjoying myself, even though I'm having to work. I can't afford to take the whole 12 days off like I would like to, but I took the winter solstice off, and that makes me happy. I will be doing a live stream on January 2nd at about 5 p.m. And the reason for that is it's going to be my very first live stream of the new year. I will be stitching in the new year, cross stitching in the new year. I will not be doing any crocheting that day unless it's to put more stitches in on that big blanket. Reason being is that it takes me longer to cross stitch than it does for me to crochet, depending on the project, the crochet project. So I will be doing that. But then I will do my first crochet video of the new year on either the 3rd or the 4th. It'll be not too long after that, and you'll be able to see how far I've gotten on the blanket, if I've finished it. If not, I will do the video before I give the blanket, so hopefully by the 3rd or the 4th it will be done. We'll just have to see. It may not be done until February, depending on how quickly I can get materials, but that's something for the future. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there for you guys and let you see what I've been doing and what I'm getting up to and what I will be getting up to. And I do thank you. If you are a returning viewer, I am very bad at doing the intros. Sometimes I forget, especially without my notes. But I am so appreciative of everyone being here, whether you're new or returning. And if you like what you saw, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the comments. I respond to comments. So feel free to leave a comment on there. Constructive criticism only, please. If you have something negative to say, please don't. Especially at this time of the year. But yeah, thank you so very much for stopping in and seeing my quick video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. I will see you all in the new year. Bye!